Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Richardson's Rubicon podcast, season 2, which is Escape to EverQuest. As you may know, I play Uramtic, which is a gnome necromancer on the P99 Project 99 green server. If you'd like to hit me up and send me a teller or take part in the show, just hit me up in game and let me know. You can also visit the website at richardsonsrubicon.com, and there are many ways to take part in the show there. You can leave a voicemail message, you can leave a confession if you like, or you can book in a slot and we'll have a chat about EverQuest. I'm in particular looking for people who are also on Project 1999. However, other people on other EQEMU servers are very welcome to join as well. Talking of which, I have a upcoming episode with Rob, which will soon be out. It's been delayed because of technical issues. And I've got another episode with Joe, which is being produced at the moment. So basically, we're just waiting for that one to launch. In the meanwhile, this episode is about Oasis of Marr, really, and just a little update there. And I'll go into some of the lore of Oasis of Marr and speak to you a little bit about my journey there and what I did there. If you've got any hints, tips or comments, then by all means, please feel free to let me know. I've already given some of the contact details there, but you can also email john@richardsonsrubicon.com. So without further ado, the Oasis of Marr is a zone in the classic version of EverQuest. As you know, EverQuest was released around 1999, and the game itself is known for its rich lore and diverse zones, and the Oasis of Marr is no exception. The Oasis of Marr is located on the continent of Antonica, which is one of the 3 continents in the world of Norath in Classic. The zone is a vast desert area with sand dunes and palm trees and oases. It's home to various creatures, including sand giants, undead, the spectres, and other monsters that players can encounter as you explore the region, and explore the region with caution you must. The lore of Oasis of Marr is deeply tied to the broader lore of EverQuest. Marr is a reference to the god Mithaniel Marr, who is a central figure in the pantheon of deities in the game. Mithaniel Marr represents honour, valour and righteousness. The oasis itself is named after this god, and it serves as a neutral ground where players from different factions and races can come together without fear of being unduly attacked, I should say. And I can really attest to that, because whilst I was playing my gnome necromancer, I am obviously shunned by druids and whatnot. But when I went to the Oasis of Marr and northern deserts of Ro, essentially it was one of the first times I saw Ixars running around quite freely and in groups. So that was quite the eye-opener, and it does really sort of, hammer home the fact that it is a little bit of a neutral ground in a meeting of the different continents. So around Oasis of Marr is, of course, the city of Freeport, which is a major hub. Freeport's a city with a dark and corrupt atmosphere. It's divided into 3 main parts: North Freeport, West Freeport and East Freeport. The city itself is ruled by the Freeport militia, and it's a place where players can find various quests, vendors and services. There's an underground section of it as well, where there's a tunnel and sewer network. Well, a tunnel network, and those who are evil can usually skulk around there and transport themselves around there. In fact, I found to my displeasure that my gnome necromancer can't really hang around the docks at East Freeport, or at least there's one bar, I think, on the docks at East Freeport where I'm kill on sight, and I didn't know. Now I do. The Oasis of Marr also features camps where players can engage in solo and group adventures. The Sand Giants in particular are known for dropping valuable loot between 1 and 50 plat, and it makes them a target for high-level players seeking these items, gems really, usually from them. It's an iconic and memorable zone in EverQuest Classic, and it is a great location for teen players really to group up and level up. essentially, you've got the Orc Highway, which is pretty much north to south on the western side of the zone. Just be careful of the priests, because obviously they heal the others, and if you get caught by a swarm of the orcs, you're pretty much dead. So keep your eyes open and peeled there. But my journey there was really to get the Deepwater Caymans, which are on the east side, just below the docks for Timorous Deep. And essentially, there's a group, you can usually find groups around that area quite easily. And I've got to say, it was one of the best grouping experiences I had at that point in the game. And it was brilliant. We killed loads of caimans and crocodiles and deep water caimans and deep water crocodiles, pulled madmen and all sorts of stuff like that, and the mummies and all of those things, and had a great old time. And you can level up basically from your late teens through to your early 20s, I would say. I mean, the reason I went there, of course, was to actually get the words of materials I needed for my Hungry Earth spell, which is a gnome necromancer spell. Hungry Earth is a rooting spell and a dot for against the undead, and Words of Materials is said to drop from an Orc warrior or a Deepwater Cayman. And unfortunately, there weren't many groups actually doing the Orc Highway, so I didn't get any action there, if you like. But the Deepwater Cayman were looted loads and loads of those, and I couldn't find Words of Materials. Since then, I've got the spell elsewhere, but, you know, that was the whole reason for my being there. Not to say it was a bad experience. The Oasis of Marr was great. I loved it. It was just fantastic. And the Sand Giants as well. I mean, we never took a Sand Giant on, and plenty of people did, of course. But it's said that the Sand Giants are relics of the army of Raollos Zek, who is another powerful and warlike deity associated with conflict, war and conquest. So he's often depicted as a massive, imposing figure as he commands an army known as the Legion of Kabbalists. The Legion of Kabbalists is composed of various races, including giants, orcs and other warlike creatures who follow the teachings of Raollos Zek and engage in perpetual warfare. So I mean, there is no direct correlation between Raollos Zek and the Sand Giants in the Oasis of Marr. However, it's often speculated that there must be, because they are Sand Giants. So there we go. So lots of aspects of the lore are left open to players and players' interpretation, but that was bits and bobs that I managed to pick together. I hope you enjoyed that brief moment of the Oasis of Marr, where you can almost picture these vast sand dunes and palm trees and the beautiful blue sky, and it was just amazing, actually. I know the graphics aren't absolutely fantastic, but, you know, I see that as artistry, you know, and you can interpret that art in many different ways, and I choose to interpret it as a fantastic oasis. So there we go. Oasis of Marr. Again, if you've got any comments, please do contact. You've had all the details. I hope to see you on the next episode. So don't forget, you can contact me in-game on Uramtic, which is a gnome necromancer. I'm currently level 27 at the moment, which is great. And you can also reach the website at richardsonsrubicon.com. Further details on all of this information will be in the show notes. And if you've got any comments, just by all means, just email them in, john@richardsonsrubicon.com. Cheers, bye, 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 bye.